Okay, so behind the scenes. Where I am right now, Divided is not done yet. I'm still making it and I have a long way to go. So I'm currently at this part where they come clashing into the wall here. And as you see, I also have this blue screen background here, which I have to edit later in After Effects. What I want to point out though, is that if I come here and stop the video, as you see, the blocks are not moving because they were actually animated by hand. If I open the graveyard thing, as you see, there are millions upon millions of small blocks all over the place. In total, 183 blocks were animated by hand for this part. To make all that worse, they're now gonna be flying through the floor. Gotta do all of that over again. I'm also having trouble with visibility. I mean, here they are right now. When I go through the wall, bam, they kind of disappear, like this little dot, that's them. If I take a look from this camera here, they're barely visible, so I'm gonna have to fix that somehow. Not exactly sure how, but we'll get there. Okay, so I'm over in Minecraft 1.12 because 1.13 is not compatible with mine-imator anymore. I don't know if that was fixed by the time Divided gets out, but this is the way I'm doing it right now. I believe this is the block they were hitting. If I take a look at my animation, right next to the cross, like this, in between these two blocks, this is the point where they were hitting. Okay, so now I gotta remove the entire pathway like they were going through the ground. So I want them to be going through the ground, destroying like a pathway like this shape here. Now I'm gonna export this into mine-imator and see how that goes. Okay, I have it in my animation now. This graveyard underscore damage 5, but it's invisible right now because I don't need it yet. This point where these two come crashing in the ground, gotta make the previous graveyard invisible and graveyard 5 visible. Looks like the ground just disappears. Now this is set, all I have to do now is add all the blocks and animate them flying out. Hey, so it's currently the 11th of January and I've been up all night making Divided because I've fallen behind on the project and I want to get it out till April. Like, I don't want to postpone it. I'm starting to get concerned, what if I don't make it? So here's the setup. It's already morning, as you can see. My brother is still there sleeping on his bed. And here's the project, what I've done. Halfway animating Steven's not even done yet, but yeah, I gotta pace up the speed because I might miss it. Like, I don't want to postpone it and I really want to get it out for you guys till April. So yeah, I want to give you a quick update on the making of because I feel like I'm not doing enough for this project and I'm not recording enough. I should have recorded the making of the death scene of the Gravekeeper guy because that was a pain in the ass. A whole lot of particles. Like, I believe my computer was generating 20,000 particles per second or so that's a lot to handle. Like, I'll get back to you when something happens. January 12th, I exported 30 seconds of Divided and I'm currently editing them. I've had some issues with the lines rendering across the face, but I've reduced it to a minimum. Although I couldn't get everything out because then the rest of the image would look ugly, so hopefully it won't be too visible at the end. I have about 10 seconds left of Act 5 and I'm gonna try to do it all today. However, that's a big promise to keep, so I'll keep it posted. But first I want to back up all of my files like I have several times before because I really don't want to lose any of this. So I've been a busy ant yesterday and I've made 18 seconds in total. So that means Act 5 is almost done, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. Why bad? Because I'm afraid of Act 7. Act 7 is where all the people stand up to the Big Depression dude and requires a lot of people, a lot of motion and it's gonna be hard to make it. I already have all the voices except my own. So that's why I'm doing my own lines right now. I'm just using Audacity because I don't need for anything better. And at the tempo that I'm going right now, if I don't get my voices soon, I'm gonna be in big trouble very fast, so wish me luck. 17th of January, and I haven't done any work since then. Why, you ask? Well, as of any project, this requires a lot of paperwork, and as you see, I've been a busy ant here. And you wish you saw me struggling with these. But this is only the storyboard for the fighting scene, so luckily for me, this is the only scene that I'm submitting. Otherwise, I had to do a whole lot of more paperwork, so I'm pretty happy with how this turned out, and hopefully I can get started on Act 6. January 19th, zero work done so far, but I am posting a video and also started doing the soundtrack for Divided. As you see, there's a lot of overlapping voices. This is Act 6, by the way, when he knocks on Jesse's door and faints. While making this, I found out that I don't even have all the sounds yet. The voice actress skipped one, so I had to call her and she gave me the last one. So now I'm doing the soundtrack and I'm gonna start animating Act 6. April is coming soon. I have 3 months to make 3 more acts. 24th of January, currently working on this scene where Sean runs to Jessie to knock on her door after he found out this is all falling apart. I'm currently trying to match the colors here to this scene with the Stevens. It's kind of a rough transition, but I'm trying to make it as good as possible. I'm currently working on the lightning strike, and I need everything to be in line. So the sky is defined by the background, and I kind of want to make the sky appear white as well when the lightning strikes. I'm gonna make a sky overlay inverted sphere in a big scale, so it covers everything here, my entire scenery. Have it fully bright, render depth of course brought upwards, and the alpha back down to 0. Okay, so once the lightning strikes, I'm gonna bring up the alpha at this sphere, 40% or so. Kind of laggy when I try to display the colors like so. 40% again, ease in to make it fade easier, and this will now look like a powerful lightning strike. Even the sky is cooperating here. Make Sean inherit color, so I can add the keyframe to this guy, making Sean appear brighter as well. So this is barely the start of Act 6, I still have to make the entire Act 6 and Act 7, and then 9 and 10 till the end, till the beginning of April, so I can launch this whole thing up. Hey, what's going on guys? It's the 26th of January. If you can't tell from my face, I'm pretty damn tired at this point. Don't worry, it's gonna be worth it. I'm doing this voluntarily. So as you can see, an animator's best friend is of course some Wensday music, some half-eaten yogurt, and of course a software for you to work with. I'm currently designing Gerald, which is going to be the husband of Jessie. I mean, you've seen the animation, so you know what he looks like, but I'm trying to design him to look like a lumberjack of some sort wearing jeans. In my timeline, Gerald doesn't even exist yet. I'm just now making him. I'm currently working on the shirt of his, adding each pixel individually because I'm too dumb to come up with a smarter idea. Basically, when I'm done with the shirt, I'm going to take it off and put it on another model. So basically, the shirt is going to be a separate skin, so I can add it later to have it layered, to have it extruded, to have it more, to give him more depth. Maybe I'm gonna do the same for the jeans, but I'm not entirely sure. I might just add a few items to make it more extruded. Even though he's not that important of a rig, so I might not overreact with him at all. I'm not sure if the arms are going to get their own extrusions and stuff, but I do know his sleeves are going to be rolled up. So I'll keep you posted when I do something with this. Okay, now this looks like a pretty decent lumberjack. I was gonna go for something like this. Maybe it needs more depth, but I'm gonna fix it later. Now what I want to do is I'm gonna duplicate Gerald and delete everything but the shirt and come back to this guy and delete the shirt. So I basically have this guy without a shirt and a skin which is only the shirt. First I'm gonna eat some yogurt. Oh, so good. Alright, I'm not too proud of this because he is one of the characters who didn't get much attention and doesn't look that good. But heck, I gotta get this finished. There we go. So when I import Gerald, he's gonna look like this. Then I'm gonna add an overlay body for the body and also for the arms. Of course, I'm gonna add items to the hair, so the hair is eventually going to get erased as well. And I'm going to build him up from items and 2 sets of skins. So what happened here is I opened paint.net, erased all the hair, removed the bin from the leggings, also the shoes are gone, everything is gone basically. This is now my Gerald skin, and in the item sheets I've added all the hair individually, the shoe, which is going to be stretched to look 3-dimensional from all sides, but it only requires 1 item. This bin from the leggings, of course, this part around the shirt is now here, so I can add it to make it 3-dimensional because the shirt is going to be overlaying the body. And of course this part here, which is basically going to be rolled up sleeve, and I'm gonna use 2 of them for the arms, cross-stretching them across each other to make it look like it's 3-dimensional from both sides, but I only use 1 single item texture and 2 items in the program. Now that I have all of these components here, as well as both of the skins, I'm simply, first of all, going to add some noise and effects to the hair because they look kind of flat. Also maybe add some layers to the hair to make it more 3-dimensional. And then finally I'm going to build it together in mine-imator. Okay, finally used all the items to build them together, and this is basically Gerald, Jessie's husband. Now I'm gonna import this sucker into my project and continue working. January 29th, I've been animating for 8 hours today, currently exporting. It's such a relief. And I was working on the part where Sean comes knocking to Jessie's door, and I'm exporting this part. I believe I have around 15 seconds of this act left, and then I'm moving on to the big one, the Act 7, with a lot of blocks, a lot of people, a lot of lighting, a lot of everything. So wish me luck. This is it. I have 2 months to make this one, plus the end where they're talking on the bridge, and the credits. Basically, then I'm finally done. February 2nd, 2 more months, 2 more acts. I have just done editing Act 6, but I bring bad news. So the actress who voices Jessie is having issues and is not able to come online until further notice. I already animated an act with her voices, which means I cannot replace her. But then again, I still don't have all her lines for Act 7, so I can't continue working until I get them, and this is very, very bad. Like, if I don't get the sounds, I can't work on it, and I can't even make it. So, 9th of February, I haven't worked on Divided for more than a week now, and only now have I gotten the sounds that I need for Act 7. Yesterday I was up till 2 AM making the most awesome soundtrack. If you watched the video you probably heard it, but only now am I done, and only now can I finally start working again. I have 2 more months to make 2 more acts plus the end credit. I can do this. Let's do this! Ladies and gents, it is the 15th of February and I have made around 35 seconds of Act 7, the big act. I'm just now animating this part with blocks shattering around, and yeah, it's going pretty great. 35 seconds already done. Now there is an even bigger part with all the people grouping up in conversations both ways. That's a lot of people to animate, so I might even copy paste the frames and delay them so it's not too obvious, but yeah. So for Act 8 with the fight that I did before all this, I was animating blocks by hand. This time I'm actually using particle spawners, like these frames here. They're the particle spawners because when he punches the house, it just disappears. Yeah, I got one and a half months time, so I can't afford to animate all the blocks individually by itself. So yeah, this is it. I'm on a good track. Wish me luck. I have 1 month and a half more time to finish both the acts. So I'm just now building my mob for Act 7. Here they are. I'm still just adding them in though, there's gonna be more. Well, in Divided, all the people walking around the town are people who have submitted their skins to me. I've included everyone in the video. Everyone who sent their skin made an appearance in the video. But this final group here is only gonna consist of those special people who have helped me along the way, such as my friends, the staff member on my servers, and simply people I got along with that made my well-being better in the time of making this video. Now, as an Easter egg, I'm gonna put Oblivion, aka myself, in front of this mob. He's gonna be the first person in front of everyone in the crowd facing the giant depression dude. Then the people in here are gonna behave just like their real-life counterparts. Beanie here, for an example. He's a good friend of mine and a moderator on my server, so I position him in a I got your back pose. He is helping out his friend. Then Andy at the back here. He was always sort of an edgy person, so he doesn't feel amused by what's going on at all. What I'm saying is, I'm gonna capture the personalities of the people who've stood with me while I was making Divided. You can go watch Divided again, because you will see Oblivion is standing first, and all those people are the people who mean something to me. And I just want to say thanks. 23rd of February, Act 7, animating all the little pieces, the crowd moving and talking while listening to Windswept on the other screen. And I have about 1 minute of this act left, and then Act 9. I'm almost done. I've made 20 seconds in 2 days, and that's a very big advantage. It's going well, so yes! March 13th. I've already announced Divided, and I'm just now exporting Act 7. So 1 more act to go, and I have about 1 month of time. Actually, 1 month and 4 days. And I think I'm done. I think I caught the deadline, because 1 month worth of conversations is going to be enough. Plus the end credits are going to be made within a day. This is finally it. Finally exporting that monster of an act that I was so afraid of. Such a relief off my shoulders, like I can finally breathe. Yeah, I thought I'd just capture this moment, and we'll see you in a month. I mean, you saw the video already, but don't ruin it. 23rd of March, and I'm completely and entirely done with all the acts of Divided. Okay, let's not talk about the end credits, okay, because I haven't done those yet, but I will. Those take like 2 hours at most to finish. So the point is, I want to share the After Effects workflow with you. It is a pain in the ass. As you see, I have Discord open on the other screen and working on the other one. But here's the deal. I rotoscoped Sean, basically on every frame outlined him, selected where he is so I can separate him from the background. Then in the main composition, I have both the background with Sean and basically just Sean, which I just separated. Applied some effects that made him glow, applied the particles which fade him outwards, but now I'm experiencing some issues because it's still loading. Seriously, it's a very slow process. It's loading forever. How long have I been doing this? Well, today, about 3 hours or maybe 4 hours. Yeah, just After Effects, doing what I just showed you. Also made some sunshine effects in the back. Oh. It just loaded a scene. Hold on. Okay. Nothing is glitching anymore. It's still playing. Nothing is glitching. Oh my god. It's still... Am I just done? Oh my god! I'm done. I think I'm done. Oh no, the particles are still everywhere. I gotta apply a track mat. You know what a track mat is? So the particles here are going over the fence, over the bridge, over everything. So now I'm gonna add a new layer and mask out the fences and the bridge and basically everything. And then I'm gonna apply a track mat, which will allow me to hide the particles on the parts where the fence is or where the cobblestone is, making it appear that the particles are in the background. So this is the final thing I have to do. Maybe add some lighting, some more sunshine from this upper corner because the sun is on that corner in this shot. But yeah, then I'm finally done. 2 years of work. Thinking back now, 2 years of work. And here, I can't believe this is happening, like seriously. One last final thing I need to do. See you in the editing room. 29th of March, Divided is done, as far as animation is concerned. Posting the system 4 on one screen, editing Divided on the other, and as you see the project is a big mess of sound effects. Currently editing the sound and the background music, and when I'm done with that, I'm gonna focus on individual shots and color correct each of them, and as you've seen in the video, there are quite a lot of them. So I'm not entirely done, because after all that, I have to make the end credits and you know, all that. But as far as animation goes, I'm entirely done. As you see, this is the part where Sean and Jesse say goodbye to each other. So yeah, I'm almost done. See you in 19 days on the premiere. Exporting it now, right here. This is it. This is it. 2 years of work done right here. I feel like my PC is gonna explode here, but that's it. That's it. We're doing it, baby. April 4th. I swear to God, it's been like 2 months, but the premiere says it's been up there for only 3 days. It's taken forever. It's honestly taken forever. 20 hours left. Tomorrow is the big day. I'm feeling hyped, man. Chucky. Feeling hyped, man. It's been ages. This right here, chat already active. Editing this video on the other screen. One more day. Tomorrow it's going down. Guys, it's here. I cannot stop smiling. The premiere is right here. The chat is going absolutely crazy. You can tell my hand is shaking. Like, this is it. This is the end game. Thank you all for waiting. Thank you all for being here with me. Thank you all for coming to the premiere. Like, there's 150 people watching right now. It's been a long ride, and this is it. This is finally it. Thank you guys so much for everything. Now I'm gonna go back to watch the premiere, so stay sharp.